Ultra Reddit presents. What is it like having a girlfriend? For me it's fun. The best and most fun part is the crush aspect. It's so fun to like somebody who likes you too. Also, I like to cuddle / make out / hold hands / etc. with women a lot, so that's another one of my favorite parts. I also like having fun with someone who shares my interests and enjoys my company. And I like women in general. They're easier on the eyes than guys are for sure. I like their perspective. I can talk about pretty much anything I want around them. Their voices are pleasant. They're generally empathetic. Just lots of reasons. I miss having that in my life sometimes when I'm single. So it's nice to have a lady around who can be my sexy friend and do all the making out and cuddling parts too. Plus a romantic interest that makes it even more fun. If I have one observation to offer, yes, it entirely depends on the girlfriend. But more critically, it depends on you. If you are happy and centered, you'll attract mostly people who are similar. Ones who aren't will largely self-filter and not hang out with you. Odo, if you're not happy and centered, it's much more of a challenge to find and maintain a healthy relationship. But either way, there's something to be said for regular sex. There's a correlation between crazy and shagadelic. I love seeing the differences in responses from people in happy, stable relationships and people in relationships where they are miserable and probably just don't want to be alone. Not sure if you care about the advice from a random stranger, but as important as sex is in a relationship, so is openness, trust and respect. If you feel she doesn't respect you and you don't respect her, you're in for a sad life before divorce unless you change things, whether that means for the two of you to improve together or the two of you to go your separate ways. You wake up with this feeling that you can accomplish anything. Wherever you go, whatever you do, you feel powerful and capable. You don't give a shit about what others think of you, you stop overthinking and you just do it. You are at the right place at the right time always, because you figure out a way to make every moment an opportunity. You feel all of this because somewhere in all this space and noise, you know there's this beautiful person that loves every detail of you, someone that accepts you for who you are, no matter what. You love her, she loves you, and that gives you incredible strength. That makes you live with ambition. That makes you live with so much confidence. You walk around like you are unbreakable. I've been with mine for over 7 months. It's the first serious relationship I've been in since a mural breakup 10 years ago. Since we met, we got an apartment together. We've had several long road trips together with family drama, and had a major surgery with a cancer diagnosis. We've been through more than most couples will experience in a lifetime. Through it all, she has been there, does things for me without question, and I with her. We've never been in a fight. Sure, we've had disagreements, but nothing serious. We're both level-headed and take things in stride. She's my better half, giving me confidence to do things, and I getting her to do things she normally wouldn't do, but knows she should. Short answer is, it depends. You need to find a woman with similar interests and enjoys being around you, someone who likes your weirdness, doesn't annoy you, and you with her. Lots of people point out the positives, and they're right. There's lots of good stuff in a good relationship, but it's also work. Sometimes she's gonna want to go do something you don't. Sometimes you're gonna want to go do something she doesn't. She will probably have friends you hate, and will probably hate some of your friends. She will have her own individual problems, which you will not fully understand despite how close you are. This kind of misunderstanding often ends in a fight. She will have bad days, be cranky, and sometimes unreasonable. That's okay because you will too. Despite all of this, and a million other little things, both of you will have to put in the work to resolve all these disagreements, differences in a way that still makes you both want to spend time with each other. That's much more difficult than it sounds. A good one is like your good buddy that you also get to have sex with. A shitty one is like an acquaintance you hang with for single mutual interest, in this case it's sex. An amazing one or your wife material is like your best friend but maybe even closer that you get to have sex with. If it's really great over many years, you sort of start merging personalities in a strange way where unique traits you enjoyed in each other at first you each start to inherit. I'm getting married soon to a woman I've been with for 8 years, lived with for 6, and it's been pretty awesome. Based on the above, though, your mileage will vary. Enjoy the ride and don't worship anyone. Relationships are mutual. Anything other than that is toxic. There is nothing sadder than desperate men/women basically begging for relationships. Confidence comes from comfort or loving yourself. How can someone like someone who can even find reasons to like themselves? Take care of yourself and love will find you. Depends on the relationship. Some are toxic and only last because of the fear of being alone. Others are incredibly fulfilling, supportive and engaging. How is your relationship with the females in your life? Do you confide in them? Do they confide in you? Do you trust each other? Do you feel like you can ask them for help? Your relationship with a girlfriend will probably be similar but on a much deeper level. The hurts will hurt more, so the risk is greater, but then, so are the playoffs. If you want consistency and low risk, stay single. If you want to go beyond your comfort zone and are willing to take a risk for something great, get into a relationship. It can be very hit or miss. Since I haven't found my person yet, my relationships were a little stressful in the past. My last girlfriend was emotionally abusive and the one before that didn't have any hobbies other than hanging out with me. There was a lot of undue emotions that came out of it. For me personally, it changes me as a person. I look out for someone other than myself when I am out and think about them a lot when I am just sitting around. The physical stuff is always nice, but knowing that someone will tell you they love you, and mean it, is one of the most satisfying feelings you'll ever have. It makes you feel young again no matter how old you are. It's like having a person around you. You can tell anything and they won't judge you. They will just accept it as a part of you, which is the person they love. A best friend like no other. You know all of their deep dark secrets and you still love them no matter what their faults are. The same way in reverse as well. Someone that can support you when you get home from work and life seems terrible. She will try to make it better, and you do the same for her. It's a person you can always lean on, and she will always lean on you, so you end up balancing each other. So no one of you goes insane. They will want to have sex with you, they will want to cuddle with you, they will want to eat dinner with you, they will want to go out and do things with you, they will want to talk with you about everything, and they will also argue with you. It's like the worst drug ever. Let me explain. First, it's all happiness and you don't think about anything else or care about others' opinions, you just enjoy. Second, after some time you start spending more and more money and time because now you don't get the same pleasure you get the first days of it. Also, you start losing friends because you need to give more time to her. Third, something happens. Maybe she left you because she found someone else who gave her more value things. Most common, or by the grace of God you got to know that you were in a bad relationship. Anyway, at this moment you enter an abstinence period where you think you can't live without her. But what's truly happening, it's your self-developed codependency is now there in your life, and it's not going to leave anytime soon, and in the end you just feel miserable. A lot of people who think of single life as free do so in the sense of flirting with other people, but having a partner does legitimately limit your freedom in many ways. You will probably see your friends less because 1. You don't have a lot of free time, so you spend it with your partner. 2. Many people feel obliged to take care of their partners when not feeling well enough to go out, etc. You also have to always take into account how another person feels, which is exhausting. There's no shame in not being ready for a relationship. Also, before everyone comments about how perfect their relationship is and how this doesn't apply, said girlfriend, not one in a million soulmate mushy love story. Depends on the type of girlfriend. For me it's great. Sure, not every single thing is perfect, but that's fine. You have to remember that she's a completely separate person, with her own beliefs, life experiences, limitations, habits, etc. That said, it's kind of like having a really close friend that you can sleep with. Once the lustful phase wears off and the things you don't like about her start showing, that's when the relationship gets real. It either fails, or you accept her for her flaws, and she yours, and you work together to make it work. There is no feeling in the world like coming home from a long day, working with shitty people, to someone who understands and has your back on things. It's a partnership, friendship, and sexy time all rolled into one. Somewhat hard to really describe. If you'd asked me half a year ago, nearing the end of a 4-year-long relationship can be hard, lots of effort involved, tiring. If you ask me now, new relationship, it's amazing. Having someone that wants only the best for you, is always there for you, laughs at your stupid jokes, listens when you feel like talking and talks when you feel like listening. My advice: if you're in a relationship and there's things that make you feel like you're not in a healthy relationship, speak up about it. If she's understanding, you can only get better as a couple and maybe learn a thing or two about yourself. If she gets mad at you, you have a decision to make, and I can guarantee you it's a tough decision to make, but it'll only help you and her to find someone that truly makes you happy. Toxic relationships are toxic. A girlfriend should feel like someone you look forward to seeing and not like a job. It all depends on the person, really. All relationships are different to a degree and no one girl is ever the same. In my recent experience, my girlfriend is extremely nurturing and open to pretty much any activity, to hiking, going to sporting events, playing video games, and watching male-oriented shows. She only really does this because we appreciate each other's company more than the activity we're engaged in, and it's the best feeling in the world to not have to necessarily delegate which one of us will enjoy it more. If you're looking for a girlfriend, the bottom line is don't settle. The female gender doesn't have universal interests, and there is someone out there who is going to meld well with who you are, and it's going to be the best feeling in the world when it happens.
Thank you for watching this fantastic story. Please tap one of the 4 videos on the screen for another amazing top Reddit stories.